Coronation Street's Tyrone Dobbs has been at the center of a major storyline recently, as his father Ross Wilkes has turned up on the cobbles and turned everyone against Mum Cassie Plummer, to the point where Tyrone disowned her and she decided to leave. But don't go thinking that this storyline will lead to Ty making his own exit. Actor Alan Halsall has been on the ITV soap for 28 years, starting off when he was just 15 years old, and won't be leaving anytime soon. I feel very fortunate. I love my job. I've just signed a new contract that will take me into my 29th year, he told the Mirror. And he really wants to hit the milestone of 30 years, like Bill Tarmy and Liz Dawn, the actors who played his on-screen parents Jack and Vera Duckworth, did. That was a big thing for Bill and Liz, who played Jack and Vera. I know Bill was desperate to get to 30 years and he accomplished that, Halsall explained. That'll be a big milestone for me because they were two people that looked after me when I first started. I just pinch myself. I'm nearly 3 times as old as when I first started. I always wanted to act, still do, he added. Halsall also spoke about how he's not overly fond of Ty and Fizz being compared to Jack and Vera, stating, I try to steer away from that. To me, Jack and Vera were Mr. and Mrs. Coronation Street. I can't live up to that. They were, for me, so synonymous with the program, even to this day. I think that's testament to the legendary characters that they were. Meanwhile, the actor playing Corey's new villain has teased that his storyline will continue into Christmas. For almost 3 decades, Tyrone Dobbs has been one of the most recognizable and enduring faces on Coronation Street. From a troubled young man trying to find his place on the cobbles to a devoted family man facing some of Weatherfield's biggest crises, Tyrone's journey has been filled with heartbreak, romance, family secrets and emotional battles. Now, after an impressive 28-year run, attention is turning towards what the future holds for the much-loved character. Tyrone first appeared on the cobbles as a teenager, and few could have predicted just how important he would eventually become to the fabric of the show. Over the years, viewers have watched him mature, fall in love, become a father and overcome personal tragedies that could have destroyed him. His story has never been straightforward. From his complicated relationship with his mother Jackie to his turbulent romance with Fizz Stape, Tyrone has repeatedly found himself caught between the people he loves and circumstances beyond his control. Yet one thing has remained consistent, his determination to protect his family. That quality has helped make him one of Corey's most relatable characters. Tyrone's long journey on the cobbles. Tyrone's early years were dominated by uncertainty. He was introduced as a young mechanic working at the famous garage, and his background quickly became an important part of his character. As time passed, his relationships became increasingly central to his storylines. His romance with Maria Connor brought emotional complications, while his relationship with Fizz eventually became one of the defining partnerships of his life. Their journey has been anything but easy, with betrayal, secrets, loss and family pressures repeatedly testing their bond. Tyrone has also endured devastating personal moments, including the death of his daughter Hope's twin, Ruby, and the emotional aftermath that followed. Rather than allowing these experiences to turn him bitter, however, Tyrone continued to push forward. That resilience is perhaps the biggest reason viewers have remained invested in him. A new chapter for Tyrone. After 28 years, the question of Tyrone's future naturally becomes a major talking point among fans. Rather than suggesting that his time on Coronation Street is coming to an end, his long-standing place in Weatherfield appears to underline just how valuable the character remains. Tyrone has become part of the street itself. He is no longer simply the teenager viewers first met. He is now a husband, father, businessman and one of the residents other characters can rely upon when things go wrong. His future could therefore involve a very different kind of storyline. Instead of constantly being at the center of dramatic disasters, Tyrone could find himself taking on a more mature role within the community. His experience as a father could become increasingly important, particularly as his children grow older and begin experiencing problems of their own. Of course, this is Coronation Street. Peace rarely lasts for long. Family could be at the heart of his next story. Tyrone's biggest strength has always been his loyalty to his family, but that loyalty can also become his greatest weakness. As his children grow up, he could face new challenges that force him to question how far he should go to protect them. Would he cover for a child who has made a serious mistake? Would he risk his relationship to keep a family secret? And could his attempts to do the right thing accidentally create an even bigger problem? These are the kinds of emotional dilemmas that could give Tyrone another powerful chapter. His character works particularly well when the drama is personal rather than sensational. Viewers understand his fears because they are rooted in ordinary family life. That makes Tyrone's stories feel believable. His relationship with Fizz. One of the biggest questions surrounding Tyrone's future is naturally his relationship with Fizz. The pair have experienced extraordinary highs and lows, and their history has made them one of the show's most recognizable couples. Long-term relationships on Coronation Street are rarely simple. With years of shared memories behind them, Tyrone and Fizz have plenty of emotional history to explore. Whether the future brings renewed happiness, another major test or an unexpected challenge, their relationship remains a major part of Tyrone's identity. For viewers who have watched the pair for years, seeing them navigate the next stage of family life could provide some of the show's most grounded drama. Tyrone's career could also change. Another possible direction for Tyrone is his working life. His association with the garage has been an important part of his character since his earliest days. The garage has given him a sense of purpose and provided a natural connection to other residents. But after nearly 3 decades, could Tyrone eventually decide that he wants something different? A new business opportunity could put him in a completely unfamiliar situation. Alternatively, financial pressure could force him into making a risky decision. Either way, his working life could provide another route into fresh storylines without taking him away from the heart of the community. Why Tyrone still matters. There is a reason Tyrone has survived so many changes in Coronation Street. Over the years, Weatherfield has lost countless legendary characters. New families have arrived, old friendships have disappeared, and the show has gone through several eras. Tyrone, however, has remained. His longevity is not simply about the number of years he has appeared on screen. It is about the emotional connection he has built with viewers. Fans have watched him grow up. They remember him as the awkward young mechanic. They remember his romantic mistakes, his family troubles, and his painful losses. They have watched him become a father and mature into someone who often puts the needs of others before his own. That gives his future genuine weight. If Tyrone faces another major crisis, viewers will care because they have invested in his journey for nearly 3 decades. What could come next? The most exciting possibility is that Tyrone's next chapter will challenge him in a way audiences have not seen before. He could be forced to choose between his family and his principles. A loved one could become involved in trouble, leaving Tyrone desperately trying to keep the situation under control. Alternatively, the writers could explore a quieter storyline, showing Tyrone dealing with the realities of middle age, parenthood, and the changing world around him. Either direction could work. After 28 years, Tyrone does not need a huge explosive storyline every week to remain compelling. His greatest strength is that he represents the everyday heart of Coronation Street. He is the man who keeps going when life gets difficult. A legacy that continues. Tyrone Dobbs' 28-year journey is remarkable by any television standard. Few soap characters manage to remain relevant for so long, and even fewer manage to evolve as dramatically as Tyrone has. His future on Coronation Street therefore feels less like the beginning of an ending and more like the start of another chapter. There will undoubtedly be more family drama, more emotional struggles, and probably more trouble waiting around the corner. But that is exactly what makes Tyrone such an enduring character. For nearly 3 decades, he has laughed, cried, loved, lost, and rebuilt his life on the cobbles. And if his remarkable journey has taught viewers anything, it is that Tyrone Dobbs is at his best when life knocks him down, because somehow, he always finds a way to get back up. After 28 years, his story is far from finished. Tyrone's future on Coronation Street promises plenty more emotion, family drama, and unexpected twists, and fans will undoubtedly be watching every step of the way. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Crown ST.